Hey, what's up, YouTube? Back again, as always. This is a very special video here today. We're doing a paid collab. So this was a collab from one of my supporters that wanted to work with me. This is a good example as to why it's good to pay for a collab, and I'm going to go over what I did, what he did, and pretty much just go from there. And we're going to start from the top. All right. So let's go ahead and hop on in and see what we got going on first. So first, I want to start off by showing you guys what he originally sent me. This is the original patterns and everything that he sent to me. Let's see here. Oh shit. Really melodic, really something I really like. And I'll go ahead and start off with the first thing that I noticed. So the first thing that I noticed here was that this was hanging off the edge. Never have your nose kind of hanging off the edge like that, because it'll make it not loop properly. So always just kind of cut those short. Other than that, everything sounds good. Everything seems melodic. That could have been just like a mistake if you didn't realize, right? All right, so here's the second pattern that he sent me. Right, and then let's go to the third sound. This is the third sound that he sent me, and this is everything that he sent so far. Right, and then his fourth and final sound. This is also what he sent me. Now, these last two sounds, I actually changed the actual sound that he had, but those are the original patterns, right? So one thing that I noticed when I was going over this is, if you look at this one here and listen to it, with the rest of the beat and the other with the rest of the melodies, it sounds a bit off. Like, it sounds slightly like a hair off. It makes it's on beat, but it sounds like it's slightly off. And the reason it sounds like that is just because of where he's starting at. This is like, I don't know how to describe, like, sound wise and music theory wise, I don't know how to describe what's going on here, I'll be honest, because I'm not, super music theory inclined. But I know this is incorrect. So what I had to do was go back and correct these and like put them in time. So like, it sounds fine, and when you're listening to it, it'll sound fine. But if you were to try to rap to it, it'll come in at an awkward time while a rapper's rapping, and it could throw them off. Some rappers may not notice it or may not pay any attention to it, but it honestly, if he wants to throw this sound in here, like right here, it needs to kind of start here, which would then throw this sound off. See, watch. And like, it sounds normal and it sounds fine, but when you put it together, it's not going to sound the way that it needs to, and it could possibly throw an artist off. And that's the problem that I had in the beginning. Like, when I was learning, I didn't know exactly how to time things or where it needed to be in time, right? I noticed it on that one, and then I believe the second one, this one here, also had it. Oops. This one had that same issue, as you can see. It's right there. Well, that was the one, but I noticed a couple of his melodies were like that. Like this one, for example. This one was kind of doing the same thing. Like, the timing is just slightly off. It's close enough to where you probably won't necessarily hear it. Like, it probably should be more so here, right? But it's enough to where some artists are going to pick up on it and notice that this melody didn't come in at the right time, or didn't happen when I needed it to, and it can throw it off. And just that one little slight hiccup can cause a person to not want to use this beat, or that could literally just be the only reason why they opted not to use this beat, and that could cost you the placement or the song, or just an artist buying a beat from you, or anything like that. Just something as small as that. So I went back and corrected those things, right? So to correct that, this is what I used, and this is what I did. So these are the melodies that I did. So I kept his first two original melodies, and then I went back and I redid these. Let's see. There you go. And so I kind of slightly moved these around. So the timing will be on a little bit better, but I tried to keep it as original to what he had, so I didn't change it too much. But all of these are going to be on time now. So like when you add little breaks into the beat, like how I'll add like take 2 bars out real quick and then like the beat drop again, it's not going to sound awkward if I do that, because it's good. Everything will be on time. So imagine that I took these 2 bars out right here to let something play for a second, and then the beat drop. It's going to fall right back here on this, on when the 3rd and the 4th bar start, because everything has to be done in evens. When you start doing stuff in odd numbers, like cutting stuff out, that's when you start risking throwing the beat off and the timing off, to where just that slight little hiccup can cause the artist to not pick that song or pick that beat and make a song to it. Or if they do make a song to it, that could be the reason as to why it doesn't quite hit the way it needs to, because it wasn't properly timed. There's certain areas that wasn't properly timed and it doesn't sound exactly professionally right. So like this is where I went and corrected the second melody. See, and as you can see, these are all gonna come in on time. So like if you listen to the other ones, they sound like they're on time, but they're just so slightly off, you may or may not notice it and pick up on it. But I knew instantly, as soon before I even played it, when I clicked on it, I knew it was going to be slightly off. But that's just from experience. So when you do, now that all of that is corrected, right, I went in and then that's when I started to add the rest, because he sent me all melodies. So I went ahead and add the hi-hats and everything, and 808 and all the drums. So this is what I put down for the drum, or all the drums here. It's just a regular generic snare, claps, hi-hats, all your typical stuff that you would add into a beat, right? Because I basically kind of fixed 2 melodies and then I added all the drums. And this is the perfect way to do a collab. And the reason, this is why I always tell producers, send FLPs, because had he sent me that loop and it had it slightly off timed, like that could cause me not to want to use it. And I would reach out to him like, hey, I wasn't catching a vibe to this one, had this issue or whatever, and then we have to go back and forth, and it's totally unnecessary. Where he could send this to me, I see what the issue is, I fix it, correct it, and then I can go back and even tell him that, hey, this is what, I noticed, this is why you want to do collabs, because you can learn from one another. Like once I put this video out and he sees this, he'll learn from this. I'm going to message him and tell him, hey, I noticed this in the beat, and we're going to continue a working relationship from there. And that's how, that's why it makes so much more sense to send FOPs. I'm not sure why producers have gotten into the habit of sending loops, because loops, I know why people, and let's just be honest and transparent, people send loops because they're scared to get their sauce stolen. They're scared that somebody's going to take their sauce and run off with their sound. Like if Mexico Joe sent me 1 FLP or 2 FLPs, now all of a sudden I'm going to be better than Mexico Joe at making Mexico Joe beats. That's what people are afraid of. And I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, I can even see what key he's in. I can make corrections. I can add stuff. I can take stuff away. If he gets a little too crazy with the melodies, I can fix that. If I want to add a little something in there, I can do that. It makes it so much easier. Why you would never send an FLP, I never understood. But as soon as you start talking FLPs and collabs with people, they start getting scared, because it really comes down to they're scared to lose their sauce by sending you an FLP. It's like if your career as a producer is that like weak and that fragile, that if you send me an FLP, you think I can take your sauce, steal it, and do whatever, you weren't really on like that anyway. So all that whole hiding sauce, and it's like everything that it's been done to beats and within this program, like somebody has done it, it's on the YouTube somewhere, somebody is going to learn it eventually on their own. Like there's nothing new on FL Studio that people are doing that can't be found or isn't or hasn't already been done, or you know what I'm saying. Like it's like, what are you hiding? It's like nobody can, like I say, nobody can make your sound better than you can. Nobody's ever make a Milan makes beat better than I can. And that's just, I know that's a quick little rant, but that's just my 2 cents. And this is exactly why you send FLPs. It makes collabing so much easier and better as for artists, and it makes it a lot like it's a learning tool. I mean, I don't know. Anywho, we're gonna get back into the video. That's enough rant. I just had to throw my 2 cents in there because I'm so sick and tired of these freaking loop producers. Like that's so corny to me. That loop shit is corny. All right, so we got our last couple sounds. Here you go, and then of course the 808. Throw it all together, go back to song mode, and let's play this thing out. And this is what you got.
This a Milan beat. Oh.
You've tried everything. Not yet. I have one more card to play.
Alright, well that's it, YouTube. So that's a collab beat. That's how you throw a collab together. That's how you use the FLP. This is a really good example. He sent some great melodies. He sent a good example of a collab. He didn't do too much, he didn't do too little, and he left me a lot of room. He could put in a lot of his creativity, and it allowed me to put in my creativity. This is a prime example of how you want to do a collab. This was a successful collab. This is literally why you want to do this. Great example. All right, so that's it for the video. What we got right here, I hope I'm pronouncing his producer name right, but I believe it's Mac Jin. Hopefully, follow Mac Jin, give him a shout out on the drop. Hopefully, he drops a comment down here and promotes himself in here. And I'll send him in the MP3 and the WAV file, and we kind of just are gonna go from there, man. But follow me on all my social media, Milan Makes Beats. If I got it, you'll find me. If I don't, you won't. Drop a like in the drop a comment in the comment section. Leave a like. Let me know what you guys think. Give me some more ideas of what you guys want to see as far as videos go, and we're gonna keep improving from here and going up and getting better and better. So yeah, like I always say, I want to try to build a community and put a community together where producers can do things like this, work together and learn from one another, and just keep on growing. So that's all I got for you guys. I'm gonna keep it short, sweet, and simple. It's Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. If you're a dad, hey man, hats off to you. Appreciate you. And that's about it, man. Enjoy your Sunday and peace. We'll be back next week.